Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. I take up another verse from Bhramar Geet written by Surdas, who was a 16th century blind Hindu devotional poet and singer known for his lyrics written in praise of Krishna. The lyrics are written in Brajbhasha, one of the two literary dialects of Hindi. Surdas was a part of the Bhakti movement spreading across the Indian subcontinent. This movement represented spiritual empowerment of the masses and in devotion to Sagun God, that is, God with human attributes like Ram, Krishna. Bhramar Geet is a collection of verses written when Krishna's friend Uddhav visits Vrindavan to give solace to gopis who had never reconciled to Krishna's departure from Gokul for Mathura. Krishna had been brought up by Nanda and Yashoda in Gokul. Nanda was the head of the herdsmen. Krishna grew up amongst cowmaids. As he started walking and talking, he started going to graze the animals also. All the gopis of the Braj fell in love with the young child, and as he grew up, they were more enamored of him. He used to play on flute, mesmerizing melodies. All the gopis of Braj listened to his music. They danced to his music. They danced with him in Ras Leela under the full moonlight on the banks of Yamuna. Hundreds of stories of Braj gopis playing with Krishna have been written in Srimad Bhagavatam. So when he left for Mathura in order to accomplish the mission of his taking avatar, that was to kill the tyrant king Kansa, the gopis were devastated. Krishna knew about this, so he sent his childhood friend and class fellow Uddhava to assuage their grief. But Uddhava was a man of devotion to Nirgun Brahma. He went to Vrindavan and started talking to gopis of Nirgun Brahma, and they retorted. In this particular verse, the gopis describe to Uddhav how Krishna looked to them. नए ननी वही रूप जो देखो तऊ उधो ये जीवन जग को साचू सफल करी लेख्यो. When we looked with our eyes at Krishna, our life's purpose was fulfilled. We were so happy, so satisfied. लोचन चार चपल खंजन मन रंजन हृदय हमारे रुचिर कमल मृग मीन मनोहर श्वेत अरुण अरुकारे. His beautiful eyes were like the bird trying to fly. It gave us so much happiness. His eyes were like the lotus deer and the fish. From the colors of his eyes, white, a touch of red, and grey, it appeared that he was divine. रतन जनित कुंडल सब नहीं बर गंड कपोल निझाई मनु दिन कर प्रतिबिंब मुकुर मह ढूंढत ये छवि पाई. In his ears there were ornaments embedded with gems, and their shadow fell on his cheeks. It appeared to us as if the sun was trying to find its own shadow. He used to stand with his head askance, with his flute on his lips, मुरली अधर बिकट भौहें करी ठाड़े होत त्रिभंग. मुकुट माल उर नील शिखरते धासी धरणी जो गंग. The garlands from his chest flowed on as if the Ganges was coming from the Himalayas and burrowing itself. How can we describe Krishna? और भेष को कहे बरनी सब अंग अंग केसरी खौर. He was like saffron, देखत बनई कहत रसना, so सूर विलोकत और. Our eyes could see him, but they can't describe. Our ears can describe, but they could not see. We are at a loss. Now, in this verse, there is a complete description of Krishna who played with the gopis. वो कहती हैं श्री कृष्ण के इस अलौकिक सौंदर्य को देख लेने पर हमें यह लगा कि हमारा सांसारिक जीवन सफल हो गया है. उनके सुंदर नेत्र चंचल खंजन पक्षी की भांति थे जो हमारे हृदय के लिए आनंददायक थे. उनसे हमारा हृदय हर्ष से भर जाता था. उनके आंखों की सौंदर्य की चर्चा करते हुए गोपियां फिर कहती हैं, वे नेत्र सुंदर कमल मृग और मीन की भांति मनोहर प्रतीत होते थे, क्योंकि नेत्रों के तीनों रंग श्वेत, रक्त और श्याम से यह स्पष्ट आभासित होता था कि वे सचमुच कमल, मृग और मीन जैसे हैं. उनके दोनों श्रेष्ठ कानों में रत्न जनित कुंडल सुशोभित थे, जिनकी छाया उनकी कनपटी और कपोल पर पड़ती थी. ऐसा लगता था कि मानो सूर्य अपनी जिस सौंदर्य छाया को ढूंढ रहा था वह उसे इनके गालों के दर्पण में मिल गई है. वे ओंठों पर मुरली रखकर टेढ़ी भौएं किए हुए त्रिभंगी मुद्रा में खड़े होते थे. उनकी छाती पर मोतियों की माला इस प्रकार शोभा देती थी मानो पर्वत की नीली चोटी से गंगा की धारा निकलकर जमीन पर गिरते ही धंस गई हो. हम कृष्ण के अन्य वेश का कैसे वर्णन करें. उनके प्रत्यंग अंग में केशर की छाप शोभित थी. ऐसे अंगों को देखते ही बनता था कि उनका वर्णन करना असंभव था. जो जिह्वा तो कहती है जो देखती नहीं, This is the literal meaning of the poem which I have discussed today. Bhramar Geet is a fabulous combination of virha, grief of separation, Gyan and Bhakti. It is a composition in the face of which Gyan takes a back seat. Here the entire logic of yoga accepts defeat. All that remains is absolute devotion, bhakti and bhakti alone. Bhramar Geet is not only one of the most sublime writings on Virha and Shringar, but is also a unique discussion on Sagun and Nirgun. In the conversation between the gopis and Uddhav, we find a witty repartee and penetrating satire. As a poet, Surdas's verses not only reach a pinnacle of emotional content, his craft touches a high. His language is simple, expression spontaneous, and words full of learning. He is rich in imaginative similes and metaphors. He is one of the greats of Hindi poetry. He not only enriched literature with emotion and linguistic excellence, but pioneered a unique tradition in Krishna Kavya. I stop here today. I'll come back to you with another verse tomorrow. Happy listening.